What is my carbon footprint? And how can I find out? A common question asked by many all over the world. But first you have to ask, what is a carbon footprint? A carbon footprint is the total greenhouse gas that is produced by an individual, business, or country. It's worked out by taking the total carbon and methane emissions of a population and expressed as tons. The global average per person as of 2010 was 0.7 tons in food, 1.1 tons from the home, 0.8 tons in transport, and 0.8 tons other. Carbon is a very common element. Carbon is the building blocks of most life on Earth, and is often used as slang for carbon dioxide. But this isn't technically accurate. Carbon only becomes carbon dioxide when each carbon atom combines with 2 atoms of oxygen. Carbon dioxide is produced naturally in small quantities, but unnaturally in large quantities out of factories and cows. This graph shows that the amount of CO2 in the air drastically increased after the Industrial Revolution. This is undeniable causation that humans are the cause for this rapid increase in CO2. And this graph shows which countries emit the most CO2. But do keep in mind that this isn't per person. China actually has a relatively low carbon footprint per person. The highest carbon footprint per person, well, that award goes United States of America. Many people wish to know their carbon footprint on a less continental scale. Currently, there aren't a lot of good resources out there to easily calculate your individual footprint. And for good reason. It is a complicated measurement that relies on a multitude of factors to give an accurate reading. That's why an app needs to be developed using data from a brand new survey created specifically for the app. This survey will fill in the holes that public carbon footprint data has left. By comparing our data and publicly accessible data, we can find some patterns and investigate them further. For example, it surprised me that most survey participants did not own a personal vehicle, about 1 in 13. However, a majority of said participants were teenagers. That being said, it would be wise to lean the app's demographic towards teenagers. About 89.7% of responses were between the ages of 10 and 19. But why is this app so important? Because it could help reduce the amount of carbon in the air. Users will be able to see their carbon footprint, and will most likely take steps to try and reduce their impact on the Earth. If done on a large enough scale, this could have a real positive impact. Teenagers are the most important demographic to consider, as they are the ones who will soon hold the world in their hands. This app will consider a database containing the average impact of various factors, such as a model of car or petrol, all the way to the suburb you live in, and combine it all into an average carbon footprint. In conclusion, my app would be a very useful addition to any teenager's smartphone, especially a teenager who is concerned with their well-being and the well-being of the environment. My app could do a lot of good for a lot of people, and that's why I should make it.